I met Billy back in 1987. Billy was a city fireman, and he actually, when he moved to Long Beach, he wanted to join the volunteers to help out. That's the type of guy he was. Billy was an avid outdoorsman. Billy was a camper. Billy climbed Mount Kilimanjaro, and he climbed Mount McKinley. He was a whitewater rafter, a canoer, a swimmer, a horrible surfer, and he was just a man of the community. He was a giver. When he first started off, he was in the busiest firehouse in the world in East New York, but he still had found time to volunteer here. Billy, he responded to 9/11. The ironic thing was he was off. He wasn't working. He brought his kids out to school in West Islip. His kids go to St. John the Baptist High School in West Islip. And he heard about the attacks. He dropped his kids off and drove right to the city in his personal car, drove right to the city. He was there when both towers collapsed. I actually saw him on the news. They asked him, "What are you doing here?" And he goes, "We're firemen. We save lives." He severely injured his knee, so he was unable to work in the pile anymore. Then he just developed a cough, which got progressively worse. After 9/11, when all the illnesses started to kick in, he had kidney failure. His body wasn't able to process all the fluids, so he started retaining a lot of water. Diabetes started kicking in. And the lung disease kicked in. And he was Billy Quick, you know. He's not sick. It's going to pass. That's how he was. As time went on, he wasn't able to spend as much time here. It was harder for him to get out. I mean, he would drive here, and we were just so happy to see him here. It'd be like, "Billy, this truck is relatively new," and he would joke around. He would want to go around and see where everything was, but by the time he did a lap around the truck and looked at everything, he was winded. Just before he passed away, about a month before he passed away, I went to visit him at his house, and I convinced him, "Let's go for a walk," which was just a big deal, him just even processing the thought of getting out of his house now. He put on his coat, we got to his front door, and he goes, I can't do it. I mean, that's how devastating this was to this man. Billy opened my eyes to the world. I was born in the Bronx, and I moved here. In Long Beach, people in Long Beach have this feeling like there's nothing else out there. You know, we have the beach, we have our stores, we have everything we need here. Billy wanted everybody to see the world, and Billy taught me how to camp. Billy taught me pretty much how to survive. He taught me how to save myself, God forbid, in a fire if I ever needed to. He taught me how to save other people. I actually was online the other night, and I was just writing about Billy, you know, how much I miss him. You know, I mean, he was, you'd see him come walking in, and he'd always have a funny comment. No matter what was going on, it would be a funny comment. And you know, that was taken away from me, it was taken away from his wife, it was taken away from his kids, it was taken away from the world. When Billy had a party at his house, "Let's go over to my house, we'll have a barbecue." Billy'd have 3 barbecues going. And if it was just me and him, next thing you know, 3 other guys from this firehouse would be down there. 7 guys from his city firehouse would be there. 4 people from down the block, "Hey Billy, I smelled your barbecue." I mean, Billy was, like I said, he was the ultimate giver. He always wanted people around. He always wanted friendship. He always wanted people just being together. And to see something like this happen to a man like that, it's devastating.